I really can't believe, like, I was just coming here to the studio. First, I saw fucking somebody shit again, like in the middle of the stairway. I was like, what the fuck? And I'm not even fucking joking, I swear. Somebody shat there, or this was a huge fucking cat who gave a shit right on the marbled stairs, which is weird. And then secondly, as I was coming through the gullies, you could say, just on the road, and then took a right, and then I'm here. I see this 2-year-old, and I'm like, God damn, that's a chunky 2-year-old. And then I saw a 1-year-old, and the 2-year-old was carrying the 1-year-old, and this was like a fucking phenomenon. I was like, how is it even possible? And as I came closer and closer, it was, one of those extinct human species, I believe, the dwarfs. The dwarfs of the mountains from Lord of the Rings. I'm missing out the exact names. But yeah, the iron dwarfs, man. These fucking iron dwarfs are still here. The other day I saw a freaking clip on Instagram where there's a whole ass family in a whole ass small house with a whole lot of small dwarfy things, plates, forks, chairs, furnitures, everything, bro. Everything was small. And with big people, it's like, how do I make small things? Because I have big hands. And I really can't make small things because I can't really pick up small things and small tools. So definitely there's a whole crew of, house makers or like renovators who are all either small-handed or small-fingered, or they are just from the dwarf race. There's a whole ass community of small people hiding somewhere. And I'm not joking, this is real. There was someone saying, like, in what, Vietnam or Thailand or somewhere, there's small people running. They find them running in the goddamn fields. And I'm like, what? But there's actual small people. They exist. I mean, I could relate one of my friends to that. I mean, one of my friends is small and he hates being small for some reason. But I keep telling him, bro, focus on the positives, man. I mean, look, if a meteoroid, worst case scenario, if a meteoroid just comes in and just fucking nukes us all, you know which things survive? The small people. I'm not joking about that. Remember what happened back in the prehistoric era? All the big things died. The only things that survived were small. The mammals and moles and stuff. And I bet you, bro, these guys have some hidden talent. I'm telling you, these small people, they have some hidden talent, tools, or some special abilities, bro. They can freaking dig down. Imagine if they dig in the freaking mountains. How easy is it for them to just dig tunnels, bro? Like, freaking imagine if there's a whole colony of small people, and imagine an ant's nest underground. God damn, bro. Like, there's a whole freaking civilization just living underneath our feet. And they're all small people. They're fucking gathering leaves and wood and stealing all the freaking mushrooms and just taking it underground. I mean, maybe that's why we have very less mushrooms, but that is debatable though. Anyway, this is January 11. Yeah, this is January 11. It's 3:20 p.m. Yeah. Crazy occurrences, bro. That's all I can say. I mean, there is definitely some truth about like different species of humans. I mean, I don't get this. Like, they want to classify everything as being, they want to be specific about things, but when you call someone, black or white or brown, small or big, it suddenly becomes, this is offensive. To what the fuck do you mean? Like, you could say tomorrow, like, don't say sugar. So now it's offensive for him to say sugar. Like, how far does this extend to? That's my question. Like, if you're offended by everything, maybe you're just a fucking butthurt bitch and you need some Vaseline. You know what I mean? You have dry skin or something. You just need to put some motion on that lotion, you know what I mean? And then you might not be so butthurt, you know? But I'm pretty freaking, like, people were angry about small people. I'm like, what the fuck? This is one of the most coolest things I've ever seen. There's a person, you know how you see an XL fridge, or like a XL fridge, it has like 50 fucking compartments and it's cooling the food from 50 fucking directions. You're like, whoa, I can put more food in here? Damn. And then imagine you see a small fridge and like, holy shit, all my life I've seen either medium fridge or like XL fridge. Now I see a small fridge, bro. It's like small. And you're like, oh, nobody told me that. I had to travel all the way from my fucking room to the goddamn kitchen just to get some water. I can put this fucking small fridge in my freaking room. And it works like a heater and like a fridge. Because the sides of it gets like not hot, but like warm enough where you can just, thaw your hands if you're one of those, anti-cold persons or something. But, I'm just happy there are small fridges. And I'm also happy there are freaking small people. That's all I'm saying. And the fucking butthurt community is dead. I think it's over for them. No more fucking butthurt. I don't get it. Like, the more the society evolves, the more fragile it gets. This is what I see. The more you have innovations and technologies and all this shit, the more it seems that people want to self-destruct in a weird way. Like, there's always these freaking what do you call them, weeds growing in the backyard, something, they're fucking with the sewers, they're fucking with the grass, they're messing with the everything, you know what I mean? Annoying, and you can't really get rid of them because they keep popping up. Like, the other day I was just walking near a place where, let me pause for a second. Yeah, so I was saying, I was walking past, so it was raining here, like kinda raining, you know what I mean? And I was walking past this desert-ish area. And apparently, there was no more sand there because it was like green. I was surprised just looking at the sand, how it just sprung out all these green stuff. And I feel like that's what it is. The more innovation and things are there, the more good pops up or comes down. I feel like there are certain people who take up those things, and maybe this is not the right metaphor, but they just use it for the wrong reasons. Over here, plants are just growing, but these guys, they're going in the wrong direction. Let's say that the plants are supposed to grow up, these guys are growing down. And what I mean by that, have you seen the weird OnlyFans epidemic? That's what's happening. A lot of people have just lost their honor and they're just trading it for money. And you know what? Money comes and goes. Everybody says that. But it's a real pain in the ass to earn it. But once you start earning it, once you start, making money, it really just, not that it's not that it's not useful, but it loses the urgency. It loses the immediate all to do for this type of behavior, you could say, or like instinct. That's what I'm seeing with a lot of people there, and especially young people, because this thing keeps blowing out because it's a small cigar, so I have to keep puffing it. But I'm thinking about stuff, so the auto mode just turns off. But the point is, everybody's just trading things for an easy way out, a quick fix. And that's never worked out, by the way. It's never worked out and had a happy ending. Let's say that. Maybe it worked out for now, for the next 5 years, for the next 10 years. Let's see how it ends, because I've never seen anyone, and I mean anyone, ever try to do stuff the easy way, or like the quick way, try to find a solution or a quick fix, and it never really ended good for him. I'm just saying that maybe some people did find a quick fix, but then did grind on it and work on it and, tried to build it, and it did last. But I'm saying people who are just lazy in a way, the type of people when they stand up, like mozzarella, their ass is just stuck to the surface. So whenever they're standing up, there's like strands of ass just pulling up. It's disgusting. And that's the type of laziness I'm talking about. The laziness that the cheese brings, you know what I mean? So it's kind of sad to see people just throw away their honor and just make wrong decisions just because they don't have enough experience. It's like, yes, in your mind, it's pretty good if you can light a huge fire and bring everyone to you. It's like a beacon, the light is like a beacon. But what's going to happen after, when the people are here? How are you going to cook your food? You know what I mean? If you're in a forest or something, there's no more wood. You just burned everything. You just burned everything because you wanted the attention. Now everybody's here. How the fuck are you going to cook? It's just ash. Now you have ash, or you have some leaves and shit, and leaves won't burn. And there are rocks there, and there's some sand. You know what I mean? There's no thought behind after the actions. They don't think about the long-term consequences. People have lost that. And it's not like you have to think about the long term and then go into analysis paralysis. There's a way to do things. That's all I'm saying. And in general, I would say a lot of young people, including me, are just fucking dumb. Let's call it. Everybody is dumb when they're young. And everybody will be dumb when they're young. There's no point in calling yourself a smart ass, even if you're young and you're the smartest version of you right now. But 5 years down the line, you'll be even more smarter. But the current you is saying you are the most smartest fucking ass. You look like Jimmy Neutron without the fucking weird ass ice cream hair spike. You know what I mean? You're like Dexter without the elder sister and stuff. That could be true, and that is true pretty much. But also remember, 5 years down the line, you'll be much more smarter. So maybe talk to a few of those more experienced people and just get a general idea. Don't take their opinions or don't take their advice and apply it as if that's the only way. Just take it in, analyze, and just work out a way. I think that's the best way. That's the best way. Bad friends is also something bad. It, nobody really wants you to succeed, by the way. And I mean, especially the people who you call friends. If you have friends, generally speaking, if not on one thing, if not by your looks, or if not by your wealth or your status, or by your house or your car, or by any of those things, if they're not jealous of one thing or the other, you'll find them often, more than often. I'm not talking about everybody, but this is the case for most people, and every person will experience this. They will have that weird friend who is just not is just not a friend. He's a fucking snake with saber fucking tooth, like a snake, but freaking, and he's gonna suck you dry because he's a bitch and he's a son of a sharmut, you know. So you have to be careful. I think you have to network and have friends, and but also realize when you see a fucking snake, there's really no way to say this, but just cut it off. You know what I mean? You stay with snakes long enough, I think you eventually either become immune to them or fucking die. And if you become immune, now you're a fucking snake. Congratulations. And if you die, you die. So, yeah, you really don't come out well once you're with snakes. You have to quickly decide, I would say. Because as humans, you sometimes don't see the snake as a snake. You're like, oh, my cute fucking reptile pet. It's not gonna bite me. It's not gonna... And one day when you're sleeping, it fucking slurps. You know what I mean? It just fucking bites you or takes away your dick or something. You wake up with one less leg or with no eyes, or, there are consequences depending on where you fucking put the snake. And one day it's just gonna fucking crawl into your bed and fucking, yeah, shed its skin and stick it up your... So you really gotta... The woke thing is done. No more fucking woke bullshit. So that's good. But still, there's still some fucking lingering germs of this woke thingy. They escaped the freaking antibiotics, so they're pretty strong, I would say. The ones that did escape the woke and are still woke. So they're woke for the rest of their lives. We know that. The best measure of defense over here is either nuke them or cut them off completely. Do not stay in the infected areas. And that's it. Let's wrap it up with some nuclear freaking music in the background, This is the last time I'm broadcasting because a nuke's about to go off and we're killing all the fucking woke retards. Anyway, that's it. I'm joking around.